A forgotten artifact lies in pieces on a planet far from Earth. Few know it exists except those who took it back and those whose ancestors created it. 4 young people are thrown into a race against emissaries of the gods to find its pieces. Mistrust, greed, and magic are tangled in an endless web. What will the fate be of the universe once it is found and reassembled? Get Scepter of the Gods, The Rod of Truth now on Amazon, and get wrapped up in the saga that will not let you go.
Good morning, and welcome to the Motivational Devotion, where we are merging motivation and spirituality to create a daily dose of confident positivity. I hope that this morning's podcast will help you to be more spiritually and positively motivated so that you can transform your day.
Good morning, I'm Mark the Writer, and I want to thank you for joining me today as we continue our series, 50 Ways to Love Your Soul. I hope you've been able to follow along with this series and are finding it helpful in getting your new year going in the direction of your lifelong goals, as well as in deepening your spirituality. If you know anyone who could use some encouragement in setting goals or spiritual development, then please share this podcast or the blog version from motivational-devotional.com. During the life of the Motivational Devotional, I have included numerous things about relaxation. I have provided some guided meditations and visualizations, as well as descriptions of things I do to relax, and I have become one of the world's foremost experts at relaxing. Not really, at least not officially, but I don't think there is anyone who can relax with more finesse and less stress than I do. That said, it took me a little bit of brain wrestling to figure out what to say about relaxation today that I haven't already said at least once in other podcasts. I never get writer's block. I often have a combination of ideas that I want to fuse together in a statement, paragraph, or even a chapter, and so I hold back not being sure what words to use, but that isn't the same as writer's block. This today, however, is about the closest I've come to actual writer's block. Trying to figure out what to say on relaxation started causing me some frustration. Fortunately, I stay aware of what is going on internally, and I recognized what was happening, so I decided the best way to deal with it was, you guessed it, it was to relax. This is one of the reasons why I love relaxation so much. Most of my problems in life have come from being tense, anxious, and impetuous, none of which are evidence of being in a relaxed state. My disability causes me to lose things all the time. The best way to find them again is to relax and just visualize the thing I lost. I don't try to remember anything because that causes more tension. I just simply let my mind remember what it looks like and what it was like holding or carrying it the last time I had it. Often, that will trigger what I was thinking at the time too, which will trigger what I thought to do with the thing, and then it usually all comes back. The challenge is when it's been so long that I just don't remember having it at all. No amount of relaxation will help me with that. Going into meditation, falling asleep, trying to remember something, or getting ready to speak in public are key times that I go through this relaxation process that I pulled from several sources many years ago. Incidentally, yes, I do sometimes need to relax to go to sleep, not because I have trouble falling asleep, but because I can fall asleep within a minute or two, even if I am tense and all keyed up. When I do, though, it just makes for a horrible night's sleep of tossing and turning. Now that I just wrote that, I've been forgetting this lately, and the last several nights I have had awful sleep. I've gotten up in the mornings exhausted, even though I slept almost 7 hours. I wear a Fitbit, and it tells me that I toss and turn all night. However, I haven't done the relaxation process I am about to share with you for quite a while. I've simply forgotten to do it. It is time, so tonight I will join any of you who also want to give this a shot. Music is an option if you choose, but it isn't necessary. I have mentioned before that I find solfeggio frequencies relaxing, as well as the artist Liquid Mind. More specifically, I found an album titled Entrainment, Solfeggio Sound Bath and Source Vibrations, and the track 396 Hertz, Let Go of Fear, Guilt, Regret. is extremely relaxing. I recommend taking a little time to find something like that and put that track on repeat while you do your relaxation so that something jarring doesn't follow it and pull you out of this process. Make sure it has no words and is almost monotonous. With your sound frequencies taken care of, find a comfortable place to either recline or lay down. Sitting upright won't get this done. You'll see why. So, in that position, lay your arms to the side or across your abdomen or chest, but in such a way that they have nowhere to go when you are totally relaxed. Your legs are stretched out and your neck is supported. You have ensured that you will not be interrupted during this process. Now, starting with your feet, let your mind be aware of your toes. Visualize the tiny muscles that control your toes sagging and becoming loose. That looseness spreads to the tops of your feet and then to the bottoms of your feet. You imagine the muscles across the bottoms of your feet sagging as if they are soft butter and almost melting and hanging. This spreads to your ankles and then to your calves and your shins. You allow those muscles to let go, start to hang, melt, and sag. You let it spread upward to your knees. There are no muscles in your knees, but there are many tendons and ligaments connected to your knee, and the muscles controlling those are major muscles. You allow this relaxation to spread to those muscles in your thighs, inside your thighs, outside your thighs, to accept this process, and they begin to soften, to hang, to sag, and to melt. You feel all the muscles from your feet to your hips sagging down to the surface below you. As your hips are sagging and melting, you let this spread into your abdomen, your sides, and your back. You feel everything inside you sag. Your abdominal muscles let go, and your lower back muscles melt toward the surface below you. Your buttocks are like melted butter, and your side muscles are slowly sagging down to the surface. This spreads up to your pectoral muscles in your chest, your diaphragm, your trapezius muscles of your back, and your sides. These muscles also sag, droop, ooze, and respond to the pull of gravity, pulling the tension out of them. You breathe deeply, pulling in the light of the universe, and when you exhale, you breathe out tension, cleansing all of your muscles of the stress that was residing there, and you release it to the universe. This spreads into your shoulders and your neck, and even into all the muscles of your face and your head. You feel all those areas from the bottoms of your feet to the top of your head, sagging, drooping, releasing stress and tension, letting it flow into each exhale, absorbing the warmth and peace of the universe. And you continue to relax, continue to let go, and continue to receive light. Lay there in that state for as long as you have time to do so, and if you do this at night, before going to sleep, you can keep this sound going, or I also recommend something like ocean waves to play while you sleep. When I did this process to write what I have today, it helped me realize that the thing to write was the thing I was doing. Relaxation itself solved the problem. I promise you, if you do this just as I described, no matter what kind of tension you are experiencing, this will help you relax. Don't worry about things you have to do. Let go anything negative that may have recently happened. Just let that stuff go. In this relaxed state, you are in the cradle of the universe. Here is where you can trust that all of creation is conspiring in your favor. Trust that the universe always has your back, especially here while you love relaxation. Elizabeth Scott wrote in her book, 8 Keys to Stress Management, relaxation is not laziness. It's about finding balance and taking care of yourself.
Thank you for taking the time to listen today. Please help keep this podcast going by following the Motivational Devotional Facebook page, following at Threefold Way Radio on Twitter, and sharing the written format of today's message from motivational-devotional.com on your social media. I am deeply grateful for your support, and thank you for letting Motivational Devotional be part of your journey. Peace out. See you tomorrow.
Motivational Devotional is a production of Threefold Way Radio, LLC.